Hello, I'm Gaston the Ginger, and I will spit out the soulless opinions that you're just scared to say out loud. Today we're covering how to brainwash your kids, the governor of Illinois trying to beat Andrew Cuomo's worst governor in America, and of course, we need to cover white supremacy in math. Yes, you heard me correctly. White supremacy in math. Let's get into it. So what shall we start with? Shall we go with the kids? Shall we go with the Illinois governor? Shall we go with white supremacy? We'll go with the kids. The kids matter. Courtesy of Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network teaches kids to ditch color blindness, tells them to see color and be anti-racist instead. We're not going to read the article, we're going to do something better. We're going to watch it. Let's see it. Everyone's not the same, but if you want to be a communist, I guess that's what you should preach. Everyone's the same.
Join our circle, doesn't matter if you're white, or black, or purple.
What about ginger? Are you guys discriminating?
What the? Whoa. Hold up a minute here. Who wrote this? I think it kind of does matter that I'm purple. I mean, I'm purple because I'm literally an alien.
Well, I'm not an alien, but it definitely matters to me that I'm black.
Because you're racist.
It's a difference that I'm white.
Because you're racist.
Get treated very differently.
Because you're racist.
I just think it's messed up to compare me being an alien to you two being different races. You're both human. You're totally biologically the same.
I wonder if Cartoon Network would say that if we had a little boy and a little girl. Yeah, they would. They're biologically the same. Everyone's biologically the same. Everything's the same.
Purple people into a lesson about human racism makes no sense.
Yeah, that is pretty weird. I think people like the black, white, or purple thing because adding a fantasy race in there helps distract from the actual racism black people have to deal with.
Nope. Adding it makes you realize how ridiculous your whole thing is. We literally don't care about what color you are. Even if you're purple, which is not natural. It's weird. Still, who cares? You do. Because the anti-racist are the most racist.
Right. My experience with anti-black racism is really specific. Other people of color experience other forms of racism too. But you won't see any of that if you don't see color.
Dude, so this entire...
You see how she said that? If you don't see color. And she rolled her eyes. They're teaching you to be racist. They're teaching you to identify people by their color. Oh, what? You don't see me for my blackness? How dare you, sir? When did this switch?
Public service announcement could be a ploy to avoid talking about racism altogether. Hey, can we get a rewrite where we appreciate each other without erasing what makes each of us different?
Okay, but it's gonna add a couple hours to the shoot.
I can make yours open.
You were rolling just now, weren't you? Can't we just slap some graphics on this and call it a day?
If you have kids, or if you're about to have kids, be careful with what they see. Because they could end up seriously brainwashed. But let's move on to Illinois. Do you guys remember earlier in the summer where Andrew Cuomo forced the New York City legislators and dumbass Bill de Blasio to change the cash bail laws that they had put out? Well, Illinois didn't learn the lesson. So now Illinois becomes the first state to eliminate cash bail. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker signed a bill Monday that makes Illinois the first state in the country to abolish cash bail payments for jail release for people who have been arrested and are waiting for their case to be heard. The practice has long been controversial, with criminal justice reform advocates who call cash bail a poor people's tax. And this, to a certain extent, is true, but to a minute extent. Okay? Most people need to stay in jail while they're awaiting trial, and the good outweighs the bad. So until we have a better system, cash bail needs to stay where it is. You can't remove cash bail. You can't eliminate cash bail. Now, was there any logic behind this new law? No. It was based on systematic racism. Right here. Systematic racism. At the bill signing, Slaughter said it signaled action that went from protest to progress. And Sykes said this legislation marks a substantial step towards dismantling the systematic racism that plagues our communities, our state, and our nation, and brings us closer to true safety, true fairness, and true justice. Excuse me, Mr. Governor, sir, aren't you the leader of this systematically racist society system? If you're saying that Illinois is systematically racist and is plagued by it, then that's not you, sir. Maybe you should resign. I don't know. But it gets worse because the Illinois lawmakers are so dumb that now they want to ban GTA. Illinois lawmakers seek ban on Grand Theft Auto game following rise in carjackings. You see, they have a rise in carjackings, and it's young people who are stealing these cars, so it must be the video games. But you know it's not a good idea to do when your city is, your state is seeing a rise in crime? Maybe you shouldn't eliminate cash bail, right? Like 1 + 1 = 2. Oh, wait a second. I just exhibited a little white supremacy because I didn't realize that math is white supremacy. From John Cardillo, the correct answer to a math equation is now racist. EquitableMath.org, this is real, I checked it out myself. Number 1, engage. White supremacy culture shows up in math classrooms when the focus is on getting the right answer. Is this not the soft bigotry of low expectations? So are only white people concerned with getting the right answer? What does that leave people of color? Are they just looking for the wrong answer? The concept of mathematics being purely objective is unequivocally false, and teaching it is even much less so. Upholding the idea that there are always right and wrong answers perpetuate objectivity as well as fear of open conflict. We're not going to have any engineers. If this takes hold, we're never going to have any more engineers ever again. Scientists, nothing. Our society is going to shit. Instead, choose problems that have complex, competing, or multiple answers. Verbal example. Come up with at least 2 answers that might solve this problem. Challenge standardized test questions by getting the right answer, but justify other answers by unpacking the assumptions that are made in the problem. Okay, so for example, Timmy has 5 apples. Timmy eats 1 apple. How many apples does Timmy have? Oh, wait. If you commented 4, you're a white supremacist because you assumed that Timmy didn't identify as an apple. The true answer is 5 because Timmy, as I just explained, is an apple because he identifies as one. And as we all learned something this year is you are what you identify as. Oh, Timmy. Engage with true problem solving. Verbal example. Get me out of here. Verbal example. What are some strategies we can use to engage with this problem? Classroom activity. Using a set of data, analyze it in multiple ways to draw different conclusions. So yeah, just ignore everything. Nothing matters. Who cares? There's your... Now, I'd be remiss if I finished this video without mentioning the exalted and wonderful Alexandria Occasional Cortex. When Donald was president, she was freaking out saying, "How could you keep these kids in cages? How dare you?" But now that Robinette is president, Joseph Robinette Biden, she seems to change her tune. She now calls them influx facilities. Not, concentration camps, but, tomato, potato. Am I right? If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below. It helps. Thank you for watching. See you next time.